Welcome to the CEN Obituaries, where we take the opportunity to examine the new lives of those who have moved on to their various realms across the cosmos. I am your narrator, Mason, and I'm joined by my illustrious cast of traveling companions, Ray, John, Rose, and dear Nost, whose character will in no way be picked on this evening. And now, we turn our gaze elsewhere, to a realm of ever night and a train that traverses death itself into whatever lies beyond.
Wanna play hide and seek? You hide, and I'll find you.
It is early dusk in Druskinval, the equivalent of morning in the land of eternal night. And buried deep in the woods is a tree. Two figures standing at its base, staring up into its twisted branches, at the body hanging from its boughs. Standing just outside of a circle of stones that encapsulates this tree. These two figures are heavily cloaked against the cold night, and though their features are obscured, their conversation is not. One asks, "Do you think anyone told him it was going to be this way?" And jumps at the sound of clamping branches in the wind. "Calm down," the other says. "We're the only ones out here, and this is a safe place. For now." Him, on the other hand, I don't think it mattered much. He'd have cut off his own head if they'd asked him. Man was obsessed. "You don't think anyone will miss him?" He was from Arden Gloom. No family around here. Our mistress is everything to him. She is all he has. Perfect sacrificial pawn. Do do you think it'll work? Do you think he can do it? Destroy the train? Is that what you heard this was for? Nay, the train can't be destroyed. On that, he's out of luck. Besides, the goal isn't to destroy the train. Well, then what is it? To bring him here. For her. Everything is for her and her bridegroom. They stare up into the tree at the body of a gnarlborn, a tree man, whose form still drips with the ceremonial blood painted on his naked body before he was hung from the tree, his body tilted from the jolts of his neck breaking and joints shifting out of place, a strange twisted grin on his face, made more terrifying as it is matched by the wide, now empty eye holes that once glowed with life. Do you think he'll succeed? If it costs him his soul, yes, I think he will. We should prepare for them. They'll be arriving soon. The figures turn and walk away, leaving the body on the tree like some macabre fruit, left in the bright light of the crescent moon that glares down upon the land with malevolent intent. But now our gaze turns once more to a train traveling through the mist. Which of you four lucky souls would like to give a quick week in review and earn a free inspiration?
So last time, this haphazard, thrown together, unlikely party, if you will, all awoke on a train platform, not knowing exactly where they were or what exactly happened. One was a giant owl person with the most regal of persuasions. One, a little doll from this place called Barlin? Borlin? Bearland, that's it. Bearland. This skittish little imp creature who was exceptionally frightened at the sound of his own sound. And a living scarecrow. Eventually, this ghostly train appeared, beckoned, going where? No one knows. They certainly don't. When this conductor welcomes them aboard, they take their seats. He explains a little bit about the train and advised us not to open a window because death itself, permanent, everlasting, sits just outside. The characters began to explore the passenger car that they were in, and suddenly, um, as our little imp friend, known now as his last name is El, right? Went to talk to a ghost, and the ghost smiled a wicked smile, and his antlers leached out and broke glass, and this eerie mist broke in and turned several ghosts into these hideous three-eyed monsters. A battle ensued in which Hollerut was turned into a pile of sticks, but thanks to the Grand Duke, was able to revive. After the ghosts that had turned into things were defeated, and this weird traveler and were defeated, the conductor asked for assistance turning these haints, spirits that haven't quite finished something, had something undone, and this was keeping them from moving on, to help them find something in some way to move on. The group helped a harlequin, a sailor, and we also discovered a tiger that went into an iron ring, thanks to the clever, quick hands and thinking of Elright. Um, we also encountered a prisoner that had seemed to beat the rush to his own execution by accidentally starving himself to death in the search for food. And I guess our next steps is to explore more train carts.
Thank you, thank you. Go ahead and take an inspiration
Whee!
while I adjust some things. It looks like my
It's weird, isn't
dynamic
it?
lighting's off.
Is it like that for the rest of you guys, or is it just my thing?
I can only
Yeah.
see like 2/3 of the train cart.
Yeah, so like it cuts off halfway through your token, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's strange. Must be the fog of
That's
war.
strange. I don't see why that's the case. I'm going to shove you guys off onto the map over here real quick. Then I'm going to turn that off, turn that back on.
It's easier if it's a problem with everybody and not just me. If it was a problem with just my thing, then it's really hard to fix.
Yeah, it's like all my even though my dynamic lighting walls are where they're supposed to be, everything is like shifted. That'd be weird.
It does be weird.
It does.
Hmm. I blame Jumpgate. Uh-oh.
You said there was another update.
Yep.
This could be the side effects of that.
Um.
Yeah, because thank you all for bearing with us. Those of you who are here and those of you who are watching, seeing what the heck is going on here. Well, let me see if I can cheat a little bit. Because if it's just a matter of it's off kilter, then
Because it looks like the base layer of the map got moved.
let me move you guys back onto here. Does that look better?
Yes.
Okay. So somehow it's off by a little bit on where my walls are versus where the actual like
Yeah.
dynamic
Okay.
lighting is showing up. That's an easy enough thing for me to fix.
Yeah, let me rejoin as a player then. Good for you.
Huzzah.
Super. Now I am back in the dark.
Well, welcome to the CEN, everybody. Where if there isn't a tech issue, it isn't a show.
Yep. Hey, look, we're still starting around 7:30ish, right? So.
Hey, yopa.
Hey.
Oh, good.
That extra 15 minutes made a thing.
Good,
You
good,
know,
good.
that's the thing with technology. You can do great things, but man, every time something updates, something changes.
Man, that car got really messed up. Okay, that should be good.
Watch that be the next random car we go to.
Well, that's the one you guys are aiming to go to, so that works. I don't give a crap about that one. You're probably not going back to that one. This one I give a crap about. Oh no, this one's got multiple layers. That's why. Oh crap. I might do that in the meantime. Anyway, while that is all occurring, I'm gonna have to take out some of these walls because this is gonna be
So,
too difficult to
we
do.
were able to we were able to help the circus lady, a circus lady. He cuts his eyes over towards the left, and we were able to help a sailor man, and we know of a hungry man who needs a whole pound of food.
All right, that should do. All right, yes. You guys all find yourselves presently in the circus car. It is, as I said before, has cages in here, some locked, some broken. There are piles of old hay in here. You can smell this. There are the smells of old blood and rust and decay coming from the hay and such. There are different boxes and crates in here, presumably containing different items that you might find at a circus or that might be used for setting up a circus. You can even see what looks like a mallet sitting in the back corner over here, presumably for that whatever the strongman game, the one where you hit the thing and it goes up and it's meant to make you really strong.
Milton,
Um,
fetch my mallet.
I, I'm pretty sure that thing is going to be a little bit heavier than 10 pounds.
Milton has a strength of 2, so he can push drag and lift 60 pounds. He can carry 30 pounds.
Okay. As he goes over and he retrieves this mallet, I'd say go ahead and add them all onto your stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's just going to carry it just in case. Um, use it to block a door or something. I do say, do you mind if we take a quick breather, perhaps just 10 minutes or so? There's something I think would be very useful.
Oh, sure.
Milton, place that mallet on me disc.
As after over the course of 10 minutes, a floating disc appears. What does your floating disc look like?
It looks like a serving dish, of course. That little
Of course.
serving dish of cupcakes.
Milton just kind of pulls out this serving dish, which then grows and expands to the appropriate size, um, and then places the mallet on top of it. Um, you also note too that there are, as I said, also there's some weights in here for the strongman stuff, and there is a box of uh, very creepy marionettes stuffed into an open chest in the corner.
Are either of you less intelligent and more brawny? Or maybe just
I
the
look.
brawny part?
Um, I'm not that strong. I look towards the route.
Strength isn't my strong suit either.
Well, let's work together and we can lift these weights and put them on my disc. We might need them later. They don't look like they're more than 500 pounds. I count 90 and 45 as 135 plus 50 is 185 pounds. If we work together, we can lift that.
Do you account for it being an Olympic bar?
No, I didn't.
Olympic bar is about 45 pounds.
Oh, that's what I counted was 45 pounds. I thought they were all.
Okay, there you go.
Well, let's see if we can move it then. Says Corvin, and he's gonna
The
bend
dolls are
down.
staring at you, Corvin.
His ear starts to
Their,
flicker a lot.
their sightless eyes are watching you.
I try blinking twice, and I try thinking of happy things.
Oh, Tatabel, it looks like it's a family reunion.
As you look at them and you look at Tatterbell and you look back at these dolls, Tatterbell does surprisingly look like she would fit in with this group of dolls.
I wonder if these have strange, floating laser eye monsters as well. Now, do. And I nod at the crate.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
You step over to talk to the dolls.
Punch, keep your distance.
You know, it's not the worst case if they talk back.
So you step over, you start looking at these dolls, and they are actually very finely made. There's a lot of them that are very, as I said, they are marionettes. There's, as you would of course expect, someone put them in here very carefully and delicately, and of course the string tips still manage to somehow get tangled up with each other. Give me an investigation check if you would, Tatterbell.
Oh, that was there we go. 13.
13. Is that what you want to stick with, or?
That's all I got.
Okay. Keep in mind, guys, too, you can, if you see fit, re-roll a skill check, but one skill check, and you can take a curse. You have to take whatever you re-roll, and then you also take the curse along with it. But 13. As you begin looking through these dolls, you actually notice one of them has a really odd head. And as you look closely, you realize that's not a head, that's a rock. In fact, this one right here, teetering over on the edge, as you look closely, it appears to have a rock, a painted rock, in place where its head should be. This rock that appears to have been painted with a toad's face. And you sense something from this, some sort of energy. You're not really sure how to describe it, but you feel the closer you are to this stone, you get a greater sense of guilt.
You going to help me finish my life's work?
The toad, with a bright, happy smile on its face, does not appear to say anything.
I'm taking your silence as agreement. You're coming with me.
There's a brief, suctiony sort of pop as you pull the rock off of it, off of the doll, and you now have a painted rock.
You know, if you like magic rocks, have I got the gift for you? And I use my bonus action to cast Magic Stone.
You pull out a few rocks and or you find a bag of marbles. You pull out a couple marbles and you enchant them with this spell. It's a great spell. A really good spell. And then over the course of time, you guys manage to, with your combined efforts, move the weights from in here on top of the tensor's flying disc. There is now a mallet that can function as a maul on there. There are the weights which can function as weights on there. Everyone starts dropping gifts. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. But you start to get the sense that you may have found everything there is to find in this particular room.
Beautiful.
Shall we head to the next cart?
Yeah, we should probably be heading there now. Hopefully we can find something nice to eat for that man to eat or ghost.
Yes, something very tasty. Maybe we'll end up at the dining cart next and they'll have strudels.
All right. If you guys are leaving, someone roll me a d6.
I did this one. I believe it's roses. Okay.
There it is.
Yep, there we go. 2. Oh, yay. Let me get you guys all situated and all nice and purdied. As you all move to here. You once more gather into the vestibule, the strange mist that situates between these various different train cars, and you step through. As this door opens, you hear um, what sounds like soft jazz music playing in this room, in this chamber, and for the first time, as you step in here, you open the door and you see people. As you have made your way into the lounge car. This lounge is one of understated luxury. Ebony walls are inlaid with gold geometric patterns. Uh, plush plush chairs are arranged for quiet conversation. There is soft light um, that is filtered through frosted sconces. There's a gentle glow on this in this area, and as I said before, there are 2 figures uh, already in here that you can see immediately. 3 altogether, as there is a third further down. But these first 2 catch your interest more than others because they appear to actually be alive. Where is my thingamajigget? There's my thingamajigget. As you walk in, you see a tall, thin man who leans against the bar, a whiskey glass in hand. His dark, slick-back hair gleams with precision, framing his face with sharp lines, and is accentuated by a pencil-thin mustache. He wears a tailored striped suit and grips an ornate cane topped with a silver goat skull. Sitting beside him is a shorter woman. A shorter woman with curly brown hair who is wearing a shimmering flapper dress. Champagne flute in hand, you catch her as she seems to be laughing at a joke that the gentleman has made. And one of the main decorations you see, besides some of her various other accessories, is there is a silver chain with a planchette hanging around her neck. As you all enter in, the woman who is laughing at this gentleman next to her kind of seems to catch you, and her eyes go wide for a moment before she starts tapping the gentleman next to her and goes, Phil, look! Live people! Oh my goodness! Oh, I hope they'll come over and sit with us. Hi! Oh God, I hope none of them are introverts. Hi there! Oh, can you see us? Hi! She just waves at you guys incessantly from the doorway.
Oh, look, fans. And I'll go sit.
Go refill their drinks.
As your manservant goes over and takes up a nearby bottle and starts refilling their drinks, the gentleman goes, "Ah, a man of taste, a man of authority, a man of commanding power. I have a feeling I'm going to like you, good sir." As he walks over to you, he extends out a hand and says, "Philip Druskenwald, pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Grand Duke Moore of Owls.
I thought you seemed like a man of nobility. Come, have a drink with us. It's been a while since we've seen some live people on board here, and I will not waste the opportunity.
First, allow me to introduce my traveling companions. Quite obviously, we have the great Warden Hollowroot. And then next to him, we have Mr. Elright and the very famous Mrs. Tatterbell. Miss Tatterbell. I'm unsure.
He nods to each of you. He politely extends a hand to Hollowroot, and then to Corvin, and of course to Tatterbell. He gives a much more delicate handshake too, if you guys are willing to accept.
Urban takes it.
So as does
Why?
Hollow Root.
Pleasure to meet all of you and all of your acquaintances. This is my lovely wife, Adela. And she extends her hand out to each of you as well to take. And
I, in quite a clever fashion, I mirror whatever Druskenwald did to Tatterbell. That's the exact same type of handshake I give to his wife.
oh, he's such a gentleman. Oh, sweetie, look at this. He's such a gentleman. Oh, I love your feathers, by the way. Very well taken care of. It's always great getting to meet an Azureborn. They're very proper a lot at the time. Oh my goodness, I love your hair, she says as she looks down at Tatterbell. You have such a pigtail face. Oh my goodness, I love your hair.
Thank you.
Oh, and your pumpkin head. Oh my goodness. I love Harvestborn. They don't always have a lot to say, but they are always quite the interesting conversationalists, especially when it comes to things like crops and things and plants. I have a lovely garden. I can't tend to it myself. I have a black thumb, as I like to say. Everything I touch is dies. But
Me too.
best green thumbs ever. Oh, you do too. It's truly is such a burden
It's a gift.
and a curse. I feel like we're gonna get along great, sweetheart. So, tell us about you all. Where you going? Where you coming from?
Um, we came from the platform that this train came from, and we're on the way to Druskenval.
Oh, you're migrating?
Oh, yeah. Um, I guess we are. Sort of Corbin nods like along. Um, um, you look very different. Sorry, I don't mean it to come off and it's rude. I just noticed.
Oh, it's okay, dear. We get that all the time when we travel between different realms and things like that. We're just coming back from our most recent silver anniversary, and I get this all the time. I don't. I like to put this on though. Typically, whenever we're traveling back to Druskenbald, I try to stay very up to date on the fashions on all the different places and all that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, a flapper dress is what it does it for me.
Both of you
But it's
look
very sweet of you
wonderful.
to notice. Oh, Philip, isn't it so sweet?
Corval just sort of like smiles indignantly. It's the smile where like he is searing his own pain right about now. It's like don't don't do anything weird. Don't do anything weird.
I'm
Well,
quite the
since we're
fan of
talking,
pinstripes and silver. It's certainly a timeless look, Master Druskenwald.
I knew it. A man of taste. I knew it as soon as you walked in and had your own manservant start helping us out. You know, are you perchance employed anywhere?
Not currently. New
Hmm.
opportunities always seem to arise.
I like your attitude, sir. Tell you what, I am actually always in the lookout for new magistrates. Are you perchance a man interested in governance?
I find the predictability and pleasantries of paperwork to be some of the most exciting parts of my day. After
You are
all,
exactly the man I'm looking
my
for.
parents named me Read More. That is both a name and a suggestion. Ha ha.
How delightfully witty. Well, tell you what, once we get to Druskenwald and once you are going to yes, join us at Chateau Claire de Lune. Going to put you through the ringer, see if you've got what it takes to lead. If you're up for it, are you up for it?
I am. I look
Excellent.
forward to the time.
Hmm. And as for the rest of you, what are your plans for once we return to Druskenwald?
I
Um,
have lifelong work to finish my greatest masterpiece.
oh my goodness, I knew you were an artist. I knew you were an artist as soon as you walked in. Oh my goodness, I love artists. They are some of the most exciting, interesting people I have ever met. Have you perchance, is there anything that you've done that I might be familiar with?
Not recently. I've recently switched subjects. I was at a loss of inspiration, and now I think I've currently found it.
Oh, well, it's bad that you've lost inspiration, but it's great that you're not giving up. That's what makes a real artist, in my opinion, is someone who chooses not to give up on their dreams and finds a way to make it possible. I think you and I are going to get along fine, sweetheart. Now, you let me know too if there's anything I can do to help you out because I know quite a few different people who are in the performative arts, the artistic arts, the artsy arts, all sorts of different artsy nesses. I would love to give you a hand, sweetheart.
I appreciate it. That is very gracious.
Of course, of course. Oh, and Mr. Hollowroot, Mr. Hollowroot. You don't need to be shy. You can come on over and you can join the rest of us. How about you, sweetheart? What do you have planned once we get to Truskin Walt? Do you have any plans? Are you interested in gardening?
I will serve nature and protect it.
Oh my goodness. I love environmentalist people. That is such a great and noble thing to do. And I just, if there's anything we can do to help you out, if you have a particular environmentalist organization, I would love to make a donation. We would love to make a donation given the opportunity, she says as she puts her arm around Phillips and sort of leans on him while still talking to you all. Oh, but where are our manners? Come on, come get a drink with us. You got to drink with us. Come on, it's practically necessary. Are any of you, perchance, into the occult?
Go on.
Well, I would really describe myself as a bit of an amateur, but I occasionally like to dabble in a little bit of fortune telling. And if you guys would be interested, I would love to take a look at your futures and tell you what things are going to be like as you get into Druskin Vault.
Really? Uh, sure. I would like to.
Of course, sweetheart. By the way, I know this might be a bit of a sensitive subject, but Mr. Elroy, can I call you Corvin? Can I call you Corvy?
Uh,
Please say I
sh-
can call you Corvy. Corvy, this might be a bit of a sensitive subject, but I think you might have put your shadow somewhere.
Shadow?
She points downwards, and if you follow her, or if you follow her finger, you look down. You do not have a shadow. In
Oh,
fact, now that if you think about it, you remember when you were back on the station, you had no reflection in the mirror.
I don't have a shadow and a reflection.
You even look at a nearby window that has the that where you can see the reflection of everyone else in this room. But as you hop up, you do not see your own reflection.
You notice that Corbin, when he turns around, is sort of like gazing into like this mirror. He starts touching his face, and then he starts touching the mirror, and it's like a lot of things have been strange since the moment I've came here, and I look different. Why is that concerning?
So you didn't know you didn't have a shadow.
No,
Oh no. Oh, sweetheart. That's no good. Oh, that's very ominous. I don't know what it means, but it's very ominous.
he's like swallows his own spit.
Do do you know where you left it, perchance?
Left it.
Oh
I've
yeah. I
never.
mean, your shadow. If your shadow's not on you, it's got to be somewhere.
If it makes sense, but I've never left behind a shadow before. At the train station, maybe?
That might have been what happened. I one time left a entire suitcase full of brand new. Actually, this was just a little while ago. I left behind our entire suitcase of these brand new silver statuettes that we just purchased. I only one I have left is the one that I was carrying on me. Oh, look at it! Yeah, she reaches over behind her and she pulls out this small silver statuette, a statuette of what appears to be a horseman. Corvin, you feel an immediate pull towards this statuette.
Look, let's sort of get closer to the statuette. Do I recognize it something that I would know.
Give me a history check.
Absolutely.
Guidance.
That plus a d4.
Right, go ahead. 15.
15. As you look at this little statuette, this statuette of a small silver horseman. In fact, as you look at the horseman himself, the horse looks very familiar. In fact, its mane, as you look at it, is not a typical horse mane, but almost seems to rise up as if flames frozen in time. And the horseman on its back, smaller than you would expect a horseman to be. In fact, as you look at it, and then you look down at yourself, and you look at it, and you reach up, the horseman on its back is a wingless imp. And this is one of your pieces, one of your earliest pieces that you made when you were alive.
I I remember that that was part of the Hellrider set that I've made. That was a
Oh,
long
you
time ago.
are you are you telling me that you made it? You're the artist? You're Silverman?
Yes, that's what I
Oh my
was.
goodness! Can I get your auto? Well, it has your little seal signature. This is your. She flips it over and she shows you one of the hooves, and right on the hoof, you do indeed see the seal of your practice as a silversmith.
My gosh.
Oh my goodness! This is so amazing. Oh my goodness. Would you be able to, I don't know, sign it somehow? Hold on. She reaches over, she grabs her purse, she starts flipping through. I think I got this thing in here that should be able to make a mark on it. And she hands it over, hands you the silver horseman piece as she starts looking through her bag. Um, Corvin, as you were holding this silver horseman, memories begin to flood back into you. You made this piece. You made the entire Hellrider set of silver horsemen of devil-like origin who were of various different backgrounds. You had stories written of these things. This one in particular was was called the kindest devil, a devil who had no wings and decided it would be bring kindness into the world. This was your son's favorite character. This was made for your son.
You see that Corvin is like sort of clutching this piece. He sort of like he doesn't know it, but when he brings it closer to his own body, and like he sort of like takes his thumb and begins to sort of like press against the pristine silver up from the horse down to this kindest devil that sits on top of it. He begins to sort of like smack his lips. And for the first time, this man tries to look, or this devil, this imp tries to look brave for the first time ever, as he tries to put on a face. This is a piece that I worked on long ago. And yes, I can sign it. With trembling voice and conjecture, he will take whatever instrument to write on the silverman piece, and he will engrave or place his initials at the bottom of one of the other horse's hoofs.
As you are doing this, there are bitter memories that begin to bubble up. You had made this for your son, but you had to sell it. You had made this for him to be a gift for his birthday, but you had to sell it. You were in desperate need of money. Tell me, Corvin,
what do you recall of that time, of that moment? What do you recall of what pushed you to have to sell this piece?
Orwin was in a slump. It's been a while since he managed to create something continuous. A refinement of his craftsmanship. He has to make something bigger and better since the last. When his son was born, his mother passed away during childbirth, and it was forever marked and engraved upon that he slipped into his own continuous shell, forever with grief, unable to create anything, forever marked. Everything he used to do before was for the wife, for the woman of his life, and then soon everything he crafted or thought of, crippled with grief and unable to put any love to his own things that he reminded that he once thought it was close to him. For every piece that he gave was like a piece of his own soul. He felt his soul was destroyed, and every time he looked upon the boy's face, it reminded him more and more of his own impotence, of the fact that he couldn't create because there was nothing left to make of from his own heart. He kept reminding of Lyra. He slipped. He stopped. He stopped caring. But he needed money, and he had to eat, and he had to force himself somehow. So he did everything he could. He took everything that he had built for his own two hands, everything that was once given to someone else for his own child, and he took it and he sold it because it felt, at first it was because he needed money, but then because it felt better to have no longer reminded of everything that he once built before, no longer reminding of everything that he once tried to build, for everything was destroyed in an instant, an unpredictable, untimely death.
The memory comes to you. A buyer, an investor, requesting your art pieces, bit by bit, buying up your statues, buying up your statuettes, your various works of silver and art. And as you said, you became easier. It somehow numbed the pain to let go of these pieces that you saved, these pieces that reminded you of better times, and bit by bit, you felt like you simultaneously felt like you were losing part of yourself, but it was a part of yourself that was in pain. And this person would always arrive. They would arrive at your silversmithy, at your where you kept and where you displayed these pieces. The bells of the door would jingle, and in would walk a thin gentleman, 6 horns on his head, a top hat on his head, and a cane on his arm. His 2 eyes, scanned the room, looking at the various pieces before he would choose one and another, till soon all that was left was these toy soldiers. These soldiers you had kept, that you had made to be for your son. And this was the last instance where you resisted. He offered to buy them, but you said they weren't for sale. They were they were a gift for your son when it was the right time. And then he made an offer that was far, far too large to refuse. And you took it. And at last, you were completely numb. You no longer felt pain. You no longer suffered. And you return to reality. No longer stuck in that memory as you finish your signature on the bottom of this silver statuette. Your lost piece of art that you had sold so long ago that it took with it the last fragment of your soul. Go ahead and take an inspiration.
Right.
As you finish signing this and you hand this back to Adela, there's a look of concern on her face as she looks at you. She doesn't inquire, but with a look you can tell that she is aware that there's something else boiling underneath the surface of your skin, under your eyes. But she does not pry, for it's not the place of a stranger to pry. But with that, as that finishes up and you all sort of settle in, you all acquire various different drinks that may catch your attention. Hollow Root, you are given a glass of water with a little a little water. You're given a watering can for your pumpkin.
He holds up this. He doesn't hold it like a glass, but he holds it from the bottom, and you just hear this sigh that comes out like a creak as he just kind of looks at it, sets it down.
But as conversation does continue with the Druskenwalds, you all take a moment. You talk about various different things, and you may inquire about them, about their land, about Druskenwalds, about themselves. But they are more than anything, they are interested in you and hearing your story and hearing who you are and where you're coming from and where you're going and what your plans are. And though you are made aware of the fact that they are Lord and Lady of Druskenwald, they are presented more as friendly acquaintances than nobility that you might expect. And in a moment, Adela offers to foretell your future if you would see fit.
Oh, yes, please.
So there's one,
Oh yeah.
two,
I'll go ahead.
three. Tatterbell?
Annabelle?
Yes. All right. Let me bring up her tarot card reading. Ba-do-do-do-do-do. All right, we're going to go in that very same order, which is going to be John, or not John, uh, Grand Duke, Hollowroot, Corvin, and Tatterbell. Grand Duke, as she takes out these cards, she begins to shuffle them, a deck of tarot cards. She begins to shuffle and rotate these all around, and with great deal of skill, she shuffles these, and then she hands the deck over to you, Grand Duke, and she says, "All right, sweetheart, this is going to be a very, very simple reading. So you're just going to draw whatever card you feel drawn to. Maybe it's the top, maybe it's the bottom, maybe it's somewhere in the middle. Draw whatever card you feel drawn to, and that will help us determine your fate."
I'll close my eyes and I'll pick a card from the middle.
Roll me a d12.
7.
7. As you draw the card and you place it upon the table, this card shows the image of a being with the haunches of some monstrous creature attached to the torso of a much smaller humanoid. The jagged ribs of the creature looking more like gigantic teeth, while the bodies of the dead are corrupted by some horrific fungal growth. Oh dear. Okay, don't be alarmed. You have drawn the death card. But don't worry. It's all right. It ain't as scary as all that. Because I mean, look around you. We are surrounded by death right now, and you're on a train traveling through it. And, sweetheart, it's still a party here. Death represents an ending of life stages, a transition. It means letting go of the past. And all this means is that one chapter of your life is ending so that a new one can begin. I'm going to take your silence as contemplation. So don't worry, it's not the end of it. It's not a bad card. It's actually a really good card.
Well, if
She-
this is an adventure that starts with death, then it can't go much farther down and only go upward from here.
Exactly. You've already had the worst thing that could possibly happen in your life happen. Yes, it's great.
Yes, a bard.
I don't know the context of that, but okay. All right, Mr. Hollowroot, I believe it's your turn next.
He will cut the deck in half, place it on top, and pull the top card off.
Roll me a d12. $11. You see the image of an orc with massive tusks and a gorgeous white beard. He wears a hooded outfit of sackcloth, and a tombstone weighs heavily upon his back, bound to his very body by biting chains, while in one hand he carries a staff, a ghostly looking lantern situated atop it as he guides what looks like shadowy souls through dark mists.
Oh no. It. Okay, don't be alarmed. It looks like your past has come back to haunt you. It's time for you to confront your past and atone for anything that needs atoning. Judgment comes for everyone. This card, Judgment, is about reflecting on the self, an imminent awakening, and a purpose. I mean, I don't know what your story might be, but you're going to have some self reflection you need coming your way, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Would you like another can of water? Another can of water, please.
Another watering can appears on the table next to you.
I appreciate the offer.
Oh, it's no trouble, sweetie.
He just, again, if a pumpkin head could sigh and look longingly, he does at the water.
All right, Mr. Silverman, I believe you're next.
She places the deck in front of you.
Orvin just sort of takes the top card.
Roll me a d12.
Nine.
As you place this card upon the table, you see a series of hills rising up ever higher. Simple houses that you might expect to find in any common village sitting atop them, burning, as atop the highest hill, a giant flaming wickerman watches.
Okay, so this one is the tower. The tower crumbles all around you. Truths are laid bare, and something in your life is soon to be destroyed. Now, that may sound scary. That's because it is. But remember, if the forest burns, from the ashes, another forest will grow anew. The tower represents radical upheaval, rejecting once held truths and chaos. But good things can come out of chaos. A good party is one of them. And last but not least, Miss Tatterbell.
She places the deck of cards in front of Tatterbell. She rolls a 7. Please reroll. Please reroll.
Pick someone else to pick your own.
So help
card.
me God, if it's 9. 1.
One.
Okay.
I hear that's the loneliest number.
It is quite lonely at the top, I can assure you. Not that you would know.
This card displays a vagabond of a frogman, wearing a shabby suit that does not quite fit him properly, as he raises his hat to the artist just as he's about to unknowingly walk off a cliff.
Ooh, the Fool! I love this card. New adventures, new beginnings, new opportunities. Who could say no to that? It's almost like it's telling you that a new journey awaits you the moment you step off of this train, don't you think? The Fool represents new beginnings, freedom, and the start of an adventure. I think you're going to have quite a bit of story to tell by the time your time in Druskenwald is over, sweetheart.
Okay.
And as this fortune telling comes to a close, you all feel something click, something shift, as if your fate has been shifted. You all enjoy the benefits of the bless spell until you take a long rest.
Ooh.
Okay. That's
Make
nice.
sure you have that turned on, because that will be important. And as the reading comes to a close and she picks up the deck and she shuffles, um, as I said, you all feel that sudden shift and you get the sensation that though Adela speaks of it as an interest in the occult, an interest in fortune telling, you get the sense that there's a bit more to it than that. Almost as if real divination power has been displayed here. But for the time being, Adela and Philip will talk you guys' ear off if you see fit. Um, but you also recall that you did have a purpose in coming through these trains and coming through these cars. As I flip back over to my NPC list, no, my NPCs list, not Excel.
Why, hello there.
As you approach this lovely lady,
Are you?
sitting at the bar on one of the velvet chairs there's a beautiful woman in a long silky dress, smoking a cigarette while gloomily looking out the windows. Her whole being seems hollow.
Have I the
As
purple
you,
match for you?
oh, hello, sweetheart. Can I do anything for you?
I'm new to this area and an uncultured swine, but you look like the exact type of woman I should be asking for an autograph.
Oh, if only. Unfortunately, those days never really happened, dear. But I thank you for your kind words. I don't really feel like, though, you would be able to get much out of an autograph from me. She blows green smoke out, and it takes shapes as it goes.
I will use my illusion magic and make the shapes look like a woman on stage.
Hmm. Those were the days.
I would love to hear what you have to say.
Ah, if only there were more like you. Truth be told, though, I don't really know what I would say or sing or perform. Never really could find the right song. You're going to stick around here for a little bit, aren't you, until I say things?
No, I was considering because I know someone who has an in on the biz. Who
Hmm.
might take an interest to you. She's always looking for a new masterpiece.
Oh, you mean the Miss Druskenwald over there?
Oh, no, not quite. I was referring to my traveling companion, the world famous Tata Bell. Though her
Hmm.
stage name is something different.
Sweetheart, I'm quite aware of the fact that I am dead and have passed beyond, well, I am passing beyond the veil. Everything's sort of fading away. I can't even remember what my name was, to be honest. You can call me the songstress if that's what if you need a name, but yeah, I know this is the end of the journey for me. It's just real sad. Could never find the perfect song, and I'm now gonna be forgotten. Ain't no one to remember me.
Perhaps I could find you the perfect song and take the honor of being your last audience.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance?
Guidance.
I'll take the
Would you?
reroll.
Okay, so go ahead and re-roll. 14. And then I would like you to roll me a D100.
47. Hmm. um, as you say this, and she's like, kind of takes a moment. She looks you up and down, how you're dressed, how you carried yourself. You do seem somewhat of an important person. Maybe, perhaps, you might be worth performing for. As John, you hear a voice in your head. The voice that sounds like an Aarakocra clown.
Okay.
What? No, I don't want to do it that way. Mm. You know what? That one's going to be a little bit hard for me to do when I'm doing a couple different characters. Go ahead and re-roll D100 for me.
Okay.
I don't want to do that one. I feel like changing it. 20. What's 20? Oh no. As she finishes saying this, you feel yourself shrink. As you turn into a black cat. You suddenly shrink and you are now this small little black kitten. You know who you are. You have the ability to speak, but the people around you have no reason to believe you. Uh, that's strange. I could have sworn there was an owl man just right here. Oh well, I suppose he wasn't really interested in the end.
Am I still able to do the things I could normally do?
I would say yes.
I absolutely cast silent image to make an appearance of myself.
You make a silent image appear of yourself.
Right behind her, and I'm going to use my action like a puppet master little cat standing up on my hind feet, doing like this inside the illusion to make the illusion me say, well,
Go ahead and give me a deception check because this is very clever. But the part of the effect, part of the curse is no one believes you.
yeah.
So this is you actively trying. Yeah. So as a cat, you hop up onto the counter of this bar. You find a good position, and you start miming and moving this illusory version of yourself um, into speaking. Oh, where did you go?
I await enraptured.
Well, I mean, let me look at her stuff again. This is a little bit of a different take. Okay.
You're a very good girl. Now be sweet and do as you're told. Okay.
Well, I mean, that gives me an audience, but I don't know. I just don't have, I suppose, the motivation for to create a really great song in the moment. I want it to be something new, something people haven't heard. A song of jazz and romance. A song about love. Love that can outlast the world. But I can't find it in me for those words.
Um, he will say, well, you're witness to the greatest love story in all of Druskenwald. The rulers, look at them, enraptured into each other, the strength, the silent stoic strength of one, and the personality and the force of charisma of the other. And perform well here, and they themselves will remember you as well. The Lord and Lady of Druskenwald, the Grand Duke of Owls, and the countless audience members before you. And I'm gonna edit the silent image to look like a spotlight is shining down on her, and the 15-foot cube is filled with people waiting to hear her perform.
Go and give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh man. 19.
2 plus 19.
Well, that was adorable.
She nods. She's starting to believe it a little bit more, and she's starting to get into it a little bit more. And you see as she puts the cigarette out, sets it off to the side. As soon as she lets go of it, it vanishes entirely. And she is going to start making her way towards the stage. She starts climbing up onto it. Get out of the way, Hunch. She goes up and she sort of takes center stage there. Um, and she sort of stands there for a moment. A almost like a spectral mic stand seems to appear, seems to uh, burn into existence as it rises up in front of her. Over at the piano, another ghost manifests, ready to play. There is another that appears just to her right over on this side with a an appropriate bass as they look to her, and she sort of takes a moment and she looks over at Philip and Adela and at you, and the illusions that you have created. And she starts to sing. And I really wanted to actually learn how to do this song because there is an actual song that she sings in the book. They made the actual song, which is amazing. It's an amazing song to listen to. But I can't sing jazz. Apparently, it is not the style for my voice. But if you are interested in it, look up Crooked Moon song "Impossible." I believe there's a demo of it. But she starts to sing, and she starts to sing of the impossibility of a world, the impossibility of a world without that could exist if you and her are not together in it. And she sings, and it's a beautiful song that begins to carry out. Who is proficient in performance?
I am. Absolutely me. Absolutely me.
You, Tatterbell, as you're listening to this, you being an artist, you being a performer, you listen to her song and you realize there's something missing from it. And you realize she is singing a song, and her song is meant to be a duet. There's meant to be a second part. There's meant to be a second singer.
I join in.
You quickly hop up onto stage. You take position
Absolutely.
next to her.
I also have minor illusion. I'll make my own spotlight.
As you hop up onto the stage in this moment, you go to make this minor illusion, but a spotlight drops down on you instantly as soon as you set foot upon this stage. Similar to some of the other haints when they've been being put to rest, there is a magic to this of their dream being fulfilled. And even as you step up onto this stage next to her, your outfit changes to match appropriately to the performance in this instance. Go ahead and give me a performance check as you join in to play this, and you join in perfectly, flawlessly.
Of course.
As the two of you begin to sing this song together, and you begin to sing this song alongside each other, harmonizing um, your parts, meshing perfectly. You don't know how, but the words flow into you. Perhaps it is your own creativity. Perhaps it's the effect of this moment. Philip and Adela, listening and watching, begin to stand up, and the two of them begin to slow dance together as they listen and enjoy this entertainment. Um, the rest of you are listening to this as well. You hear this beautiful love song. What are you thinking? What are you feeling in this moment?
I'm a cat. I'm a cat. I don't think there's any coming back.
You think of your greatest love, Grand Duke, yourself.
That'll be Lyra.
I miss those sweet ass feathers.
Corbin, you were saying?
Korma missing Lyra. That'd be the first thing he'd be thinking about.
Memories of your wife flood your mind, of when you met, of your day-to-day life, of when you finally got up the courage to propose, your excitement and the sorrow that followed, and it all flows into you. Hollow Root, what moves through your mind in this time as you listen to this music, as you listen to this song?
He normally just stands, just kind of sits there. But in this case, he sits and listens to the song, and something inside of him stirs him to look in the letters that he found in his pockets, that he found and placed in his pockets.
As you pull out the letters, these letters written to a Hiram Velcroft, you start looking through them. There are newer looking ones. There are some that are old and yellow. All are unopened. Do you open these letters?
Something stirs him to do so. He's feeling something that he hasn't felt before. So,
And you begin to open these letters, starting with the oldest. And though normally someone might feel off opening someone else's mail, feel you don't have a sense of guilt. You don't have a sense of shame or anything in doing this. You feel like you have every right to open these. And some of the oldest letters in here, you see that they are to, like as I said, to a man named Hiram, and they are from what appears to be his wife, his children. You see letters from the children of um, pictures that they have drawn, um, them writing in childish script, "We miss you, Daddy. Come home soon." You read letters from the wife, um, who speaks of their day-to-day lives, um, and the occasional spicy portion, which should not be read to children at all. But all miss him. They all hope for him to come home soon. As you go over letter after letter as this song is being sung, because for the sake of this song is going to be long enough for you to read through these letters. There is always a longing, always a hope for him to come home, for him to come see them, for him to come be a husband and a father. But over time, the letters from the children mature and begin to dwindle till they finally stop altogether. And the wife, she does not cease to write. But what starts off as simple, um, "I miss you and I hope you come home soon," begin to become more desperate until finally, and more of a wish, a desire that cannot be met, until finally there's less of a feel of a letter and more of a feel of a diary, as if she does not expect this to ever be read. And you finally reach the last letter, and as you open it, you find out that there is two things in here: a letter and a small gilded acorn that falls out into your hand. As the final letter reads, "You are gone, Hiram. You are gone, and I felt nothing. And I realized it's because you've been gone a long time. I have been a widow for years, and your death has made it real. And I hate myself for how little things have changed." As you finish reading these words, you are awoken to your memories, parts, bits. What are things that you remember? What are the things that you recall in this moment? Hiram Velcroft, now Warden Hollowroot.
his head starts to swirl, and if the camera is his vision, it looks down and sees the branch hand holding the letter, and he sees the acorn in one hand, and he looks up, and it's shaky, and kind of in and out of focus, and it looks at the stage where the songstress is singing, and his mind flashes back to a ball, a gala, where he is surrounded by men in suits, and the beautiful women on their arms, and they're toasting and cheering and laughing, and through the crowd his eyes land on this beautiful woman dancing by herself to the music that's playing, and he pushes aside and he heads up to this woman and asks if he can join her, and the memory stops on her smile. It fades, and the next one comes back to him at a desk working late hours, and her bringing him coffee and drinks, and overlooking plans for a building, a factory. He can hear himself say, "This will bring the industry to the area. It'll provide jobs and help people. This is a good thing, right?" And the camera looks back over, and you see the smile again, and it says, "Of course, dear. Of course it will. I trust you. You know exactly what you're doing." And it flashes to a golden shovel breaking ground. And in this case, that beautiful woman, there's a bump under her dress. And he smiles, and everyone cheers, and he quickly hugs and kisses this woman, and then he's off with the men in suits again. And things then flash back to that office. More drawings, more plans. In this case, it's colder in here. A note says, "Come home soon," on the desk, with a sandwich that's not eaten. You go to a house, grand house. There's people inside arguing. "I know you said you needed help, but this is an important investors meeting. I have to go." And then the camera flashed to what would be a smile. And it's more of a smirk. More of a, And more images pop up, and it's more and more time at a way and building, and it lands on this man, which you now see, instead of seeing from his view, handsome man in this luxurious suit, hair perfectly coiffed back, a gorgeous woman who's not the smiling lady stands by his side. "Dear, I think we should put the main factory over here in this crops of trees, and we'll have the delivery and exit and receiving over here." And she says, "Oh, that's wonderful, darling. It's wonderful." He looks down at her, and it's a smile, but it's not right, but he likes this one too. He sits in a bar, and this old woman comes up to him, and it says, "Don't build, don't build, don't build. Go home. I'm warning you, don't. Something bad will happen." Pushes the old lady away and returns to men in suits who are all cheering his genius. We see a factory built, pumping bleaching smoke into the air. Once a beautiful, glorious forest, now industry. You see signs of construction, expansion. And he's walking, feeling ever proud of what he's built and what he's doing, and The suit is somehow even more spectacular, and you can get this sense of wealth and power emanating from the man as he has people behind him dripping off his every word, one person completely agreeing to everything he says. And he comes to this corner where there's this scaffolding. And he looks up and goes, Chauncey, have someone fix that. It looks dangerous. It could fall and kill someone. And his man runs off, and he stares at it, looks at it. Nothing's done right. I'll do it myself. And as he climbs up the scaffolding, he gets to the top, and it's shaky, and he sees the tools there to fix it, to cement it to the wall. He picks up a spike, puts it through the loop, and he hits it with the hammer. And at that moment, the camera pans and looks into the woods, and you see that old lady. She says, I warned you. The hammer strikes. The wall collapses, and toppling over onto Hiram, his factory falls, crushing him.
These memories flood your mind, from first love to final death. But as you think, there's something strange in them, something that your attention is drawn to. A thin gentleman who always brings you the newest project, the best opportunity. You cannot recall his name. It tickles the tip of your tongue, but you cannot remember his name. But the permits are always ready. He always ensures that. Negotiations are done. The land is ready. Just sign here, Hiram. Sign here. And it's all yours. And it was always prosperous. It was always the best. And so whenever he put his wing around your shoulder, whenever he put his arm around your shoulder, you didn't hesitate. You signed his book. You signed his permits. You never asked how he got them. Some things were better left unknown. But you cannot help but feel that you have missed something important. Go ahead and take an inspiration.
Thank you.
As this song floods this room, as it comes to its conclusion, the stage lights upon the songstress grow brighter and brighter. You are hearing clapping, applause. Not once again, not ones created by your illusions, Grand Duke, but as if this entire room was filled with an audience who applauds this woman, this wonderful, beautiful song that she and Tatterbell have performed. As you see the lights grow brighter and drowning out her appearance entirely, she vanishes from sight. As you put another one to rest, and you all heal an additional 6 points of health, or if you are already at max, you gain 6 temp. These do stack with the temp that you previously got.
Back up to full.
Actually, I don't think I. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I rolled for the Harlequin either. So that's another 6. Holy crap!
Wow.
Add another 6 onto all that.
Woohoo.
But the songstress is put to rest. The lights once again
minor
come up.
illusion and start playing a different song to match the GIF.
The entire train car starts rumbling and bouncing as you start playing Sweet Caroline and everyone joins in. But regardless,
ba,
You have put her to
ba.
rest. And the lounge car is yours if you wish to explore it, check and see if there's anything you missed. Um, you may do so. Oh, hollow root.
Hmm.
Attached as well, that somehow I guess it got sticky. Attached to the bottom of your stack of letters is a letter that is not yours. It is a bright pink envelope, which is addressed to my sweetheart, from a Jacob Braun. Appears that it must have gotten stuck to your pile of letters, and you have unwittingly stolen someone's mail.
All right. Jacob Braun.
Jacob Braun, Jakob, because we can't do JAC for whatever reason.
There wouldn't happen to be any refreshments or light snacks in this cart, would there?
In fact, as you think about that, those very same things appear. An entire dish of milk appears right next to you.
I put it on the disc.
Your servant comes over, places on the disc. But from what you have seen, small snacks and things like that, minor snacks, like literally crackers and such, may appear. But for the most part, as you think of it, drinks are what appear here. As this is a lounge, this is not a dining car.
Okay.
Feel like where was I at? Nope. Nope. Oh, here we go.
I start
But
drinking the milk and I start bemuling. I was over 6 feet tall. I was a great man. And then I was a bird. And I was the greatest of birds.
Oh my
A
god, he's
hunter of the
such a
night.
cute kitty!
A predator of the dark. And now I am but a kitten.
yes, you are. She starts petting you. You're such a good kitty. Yes, you are.
Oh, the indignity. Oh, the suffering. Oh, no, no, I didn't say stop. Oh, the horror.
And she continues. And I think that is a good spot for us to be able to take a quick break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Hope you guys are enjoying things so far, and we'll see you in a bit. we left ourselves, the songstress has been sent on. Her um, regrets have been met as you have helped her give her great performance before a Grand Duke and a Lord and Lady of Truskenwald itself. Um, we have memories that we have touched on and things we have said. Grand Duke at present is still a cat. Though none of you are aware of this because you just see the perfect illusion of him sitting there. What would you guys like to do in this moment at this time?
Oh, let's see here. Are we aware that the Grand Duke is a cat, and then we believe him that he's in fact a cat?
Grand Duke is right there. I mean, Adela is paying attention to a cat who is definitely not the Grand Duke. I mean, the Grand Duke's standing right there as an illusion.
That's definitely true.
Oh, woe is me, first undone by the crying of a crow, and now this.
Adela at this moment is tying a beautiful pink ribbon around him.
Gordon's gonna go over and he's gonna talk to the Grand Duke and you think we should get going? We need to find more of those ghosts around the train carts.
The Grand Duke will turn to you and he appears to get larger as he answers, then lead the way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were sitting there. Okay. Hollow Root and Tetterbell. I'm gonna keep going. And Silverman's gonna go to the next car. He's gonna wave goodbye to our next time for the girl, Lady Duke, and Duchess of Truskenville.
Oh, boy! Oh, I'm sure. If you go through that door, you'll eventually make your way to the dining car, sweetheart. You have to try the food here. It is absolutely divine. It is to die for. And typically that's just a metaphor, but actually I wouldn't mind dying if I got the opportunity. If that was the only way for me to be able to eat some of the food here.
Orphan just laughs nervously and says, "Thank you, for letting me know." And he'll open the cart door and he'll keep going.
All right. For the sake of convenience, roll me a D4. That one's going to be evens. That one's going to be odds.
2.
Odds. All right. Yep. You guys are definitely not getting the dining car. All right. As I'm going to get you guys all situated for the hero stacking. As you guys are getting ready to leave, this black cat just leaps out of nowhere and into your guys' group. As you guys all make your way. Hold on, I'm going to have to do some adjustments because you are not where you are supposed to be. As you start filtering into a hallway here. I'm going to move some people out of people's bedrooms. But you all make your way into this next car, which is way back up here. This one's the sleeper car. As you guys enter into this next train car, this car is eerily quiet, save for the soft creaking each time the train gently rocks. A long corridor stretches down the car's length, and there are 3 sliding doors along the way, which suggests luxurious private cabins for the train's first class passengers. There is, as you just enter in, a table with what looks like some glasses of water and a pitcher. And the doors here all appear to be opened at the moment. There is no hindrance from getting in there, presumably because there were only 2 living people aboard, your inclusion being rather recent. But the very first car that you guys, or very first private cabin that you pass in front of, has in a metal plaque on the wall, written in on it, is the Druskenwalds.
Okay.
as you presume this first room is belongs to the Dreskenwalds themselves.
I will check out the second room.
As you go into this second room, there does not appear to be occupied. In fact, the light in here is off, though you're still able to see quite well. On the table, as you hop up onto the bed, on the table over here on the right hand side, there is what looks to be a case, presumably something that has gotten left behind. But otherwise, the room appears fairly empty, fairly as it should be.
I'll take a look at the case while I bemoan my cruel twist of fate.
As you head over to the case, you kind of paw at it and you knock it over, and at this moment it does open. The case does not appear to contain anything other than a book, which you are able to see quite plainly. The title of the book is A Song of Freedom by Duke Kingsley Chanticleer. There's a quote at the bottom of the cover that says, "Read more, a suggestion and a lifestyle." You stare at this in stunned silence. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh,
The rest of you. Oh, you're ready?
I am.
This moment of shock as you look at this cover is enough that you are seems to be enough to have changed you, and you return to your proper form as you stare at this book. On the cover, a picture of a face you know very well.
I ask you, what kind of bard flies into my sanctum, wings aflame with melody, and dares to sing? Not shout, not scream, not even a battle cry. No, a crow.
Oh,
And what happens next?
what happened next?
The clouds tremble, the shadows recoil, and my beautiful brooding dusk evaporates. I had woven a tapestry of silence, a masterpiece of gloom, and this feathered troubadour unravels it with a chorus? Do you know what it feels like to be undone by a major chord? He didn't even look at me. He strummed his lute, and bam! Sunlight. I was majestic, eternal, and now I am a footnote in a songbook, and I am a cat.
Poof!
Feathers.
Would you like to take a glance through the book?
Yes.
As you open the book, it tells the story of the noble Duke Kingsley Chanticleer, who valiantly rescued the land formerly known as Owl's Well, now called New Dawn, from the tyranny of a hereditary monarchy in favor of the establishment of a constitutional republic. As you read through, you start seeing yourself. You are not named, however. You are described as the obvious delinquent in school, who inevitably becomes the evil, selfish, and perverted overlord. But otherwise, you are not mentioned. You are described. Your story is diminutized. As you read, what are some of the things that are described in this book that are blatantly untrue? What is the truth from your perspective? Where did you first meet Kingsley Chanticleer, and where did things go?
I remember it as it was yesterday, in the hallowed halls of the academy. And he was the entertainment. Ah. And as I studied and worked to find a way to heal the land of that sickness, no. No, he came in and said that the methods were too extreme and must be stopped, and the people, the peasantry, they followed him. Uneducated fools. And they acted like I flooded the dam out of nowhere. I gave them plenty of notice. He refused to leave his farm. And even when the skies turned black, even when the storms came, he refused. And after I flooded the area, they band together and sang. Yes, they sang. I tried to silence him with conjured storms, illusions, and even a chorus of banshees in B flat. But he modulated. Oh, how he modulated! And then came the crescendo, so pure and piercing. It cracked my fortress of gloom like an egg upon a skillet. I was undone by that songbird with a lute and a dream. I was composed into oblivion. What kind of hero weaponizes harmony? He sashayed in with a melody. That Chanticleer. He'll never crow again. If I have my way, I'm just getting started. Yes, Chanticleer. Hunch.
And these memories return to you. Sure, you flooded the land, but that wasn't. It's not like you were intending or trying to hurt or kill anyone. Sure, you. In fact, as you think, your entire history with him is you trying to do something that would have made things better, that would have made things better for everyone. Yet, time and time again, he stood in your way. And you look all the way back. In fact, you even recall he's the reason they threw you out of your college. And for what? Because a book you happen to have had an illegal summoning circle written in the back of it. It's not like you intended to get the book. In fact, you were taking it to the librarian to inform them of it. And he knocked you over, spilled out the book, and got you kicked out for trying to perform illegal magic. But that summoning circle.
Knowledge be illegal in the first place.
And that circle remained in your mind for years. And eventually, things became so desperate. You were so desperate to make things right that you gathered the pieces for it. And you summoned, at the appointed time, at the appointed night, you summoned the great horned owl. And you remember clearly the great four-legged beast, the great two-legged bird, strode from the woods. Great leathery wings, great feathery wings extending, blocking out the night sky above you. Upon his head were 6 great horns. Upon his head were 6 great crests, as 3 red burning eyes bore into your souls. You made your request. What did you ask your patron? What was the thing you asked your patron for, Grand Duke?
The great powers of the night to predate that damned bard. If he controls sound, then grant unto me the power to show them what he truly is, to show them what I see.
And power he gave you. And he gave you a direction, a plan, a sacrifice, he asked. Drown the land, and all will be yours. Drown them, and you will become the hero you were meant to be. And life delicious will be laid at your feet. and you return once more. You are on the train. These memories flooding your mind. This vision. Did you see a bird? No, no, no. It was a bird. It was an owl. You summoned the great horned owl, the great king of the great king of night. You summoned the great horned owl, didn't you? That was what you meant, right? Yes, yes. There was nothing wrong in your plan until Chanticleer once more got in the way. Go ahead and take an inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
While you see Grand Duke having a flashback from the outside as he stares off into oblivion, what are the rest of you doing? What are the rest of you checking or investigating?
I'm snooping.
You're snooping.
Absolutely.
All right, you go into the Druskenwald's room, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, everyone's distracted. The only person I feel like would, make a big show about seeing me is currently in a monologue, so I'm going to sneak away while the one that kind of talks slow and the one that's, kind of scared to say anything, doesn't stop me.
No.
I minimized the wrong thing. Hold on. All right, you make your way into their room. Um, as you can plainly see, uh, it is a thorough mess on both sides of this room. As you go in, there are two beds in here. There are cases on either side. One side is the bed itself looks like it's completely untouched, but it appears to be covered in clothes and outfits and a bright pink suitcase. The other side looks as if a bomb has exploded. Um, though the suitcases themselves are very neat and tidy and organized. On one side, on the right, there are uh, cases of makeup and tonics and various other things. On the left-hand side, there is a uh, a bottle of alcohol, presumably for a nightcap, as well as a book that appears to be um, wrapped very thoroughly, and it looks like it is bound quite severely. Is that a chain? That might be a chained book.
I was going to leave a letter about having her help me be my muse for my masterpiece, but now I'm kind of into this chained book, though.
As you look at the book, it has a note slipped in underneath the bindings that distinctly says, "Do not read under any circumstance."
I leave the note first for her to find. Then I open the book.
you, it's actually surprisingly easy to remove the chains. They are, it is a circle of chains, but it looks like it's not meant to prevent it from being taken off somehow. Perhaps just to prevent it from closing. Um, as you begin unwrapping the book, you see a book that appears to be wrapped in some kind of leather. Give me a nature check. Some kind of leather.
Maybe ostrich. Seems expensive. Hold on, open it.
As you open it, the title of this book appears to be called The Corridor Speaks. Do you read it?
Obviously, books. What does my friend always say? Read more. Yes, I do believe that is what he said.
All right. As you begin to read, the words assault isn't quite right. worm their way into your head. The glass hums in the marrow. Red static, red static, red static. We are the corridor folding inwards, teeth in the elevator shaft. The floor remembers your weight. We are the echo that eats the source. Pulse, pulse, pulse. The ceiling drips with tomorrow's dust. We are the mouth without a tongue. The hallway breathes in reverse. We are the hinges that forgets the door. Static tastes like iron in the lungs. The red light blinks without a bulb. We are the shadow that casts the body. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Remember, you're blessed all day.
Yep.
14.
Noted. We are the shadow that casts the body. The clock's hands point inward. Glass teeth grind the silence to powder. We are the hum beneath the hum beneath the hum. The stairwell coils like sleeping spine. We are the paper that bleeds through the ink. Your name is a hole in the air. The window opens into itself. We are the dust that remembers the storm. The walls lean closer when you blink. We are the whisper that wears your voice. The floor peels back to show the underneath. We are the underneath. Can I get another wisdom saving throw, please?
Natural 20 for 26.
At this point, you are very much aware that there is something trying to grasp a hold of your mind. You're not entirely sure what would happen if it took you, but there is something trying to bore its way into your consciousness. Do you continue to read?
I kind of slap the book first and tell it, no, bad. I'm in charge out of the two of us. If you want to help me finish my life's work, we do that first, then we do whatever you're going to do. But first, my masterpiece. It's unwritten, and if you behave, I'll let you out of this room. Then I'll keep reading.
Persuasion check.
20.
20. As you continue reading, you don't get the sense of the words trying to bore into your head anymore, but they appear nonsensical. Your mind doesn't seem to be able to hold on to them. The book is not trying to take hold of you, or if it's the book, whatever else might be trying to take hold of you. But it does not reveal any more of its words.
Fine. We come out of this room now. I have a friend who likes to read. He might enjoy this.
All right.
You have some, pretty fabric in her room, and I'm gonna tie it up like a present before I hand it to the Duke.
Easy enough. There is more than enough cutesy, bright-colored material. As you present book, as you box up the corridor speaks.
And I'll leave the note hanging from like a puppet string in the entryway as soon as you come in, so it's not missed in all the mess of clothes. Because I feel like a note would easily get missed into the pile of clothes.
It's like a spider just hanging there in front of the doorway.
Yeah.
All right, Corvin and Hollow Root.
All right. As that's happening, Corvin and I guess Hollow Root are just walking down this hallway, and we turn to this next room here.
Before you even get to the door, you hear a gentle sobbing, as if not like heavy sobbing, but like the sobbing of someone is crying and they're trying to stop crying and they just can't, and it is just leaking out. And as you peer inside, you see this lovely person. In the third cabin of the sleeper car, you see a sweeping young woman looking listfully looking wistfully as she longingly stares at a locket in her hands. You are able to get from this position a fairly good angle of what appears to be a handsome, mustachioed man. The initials on the back of the locket are JB.
JB. Okay.
She's just there, and she's just sobbing, quietly weeping, and she doesn't even seem to notice that you exist.
Corvin's gonna knock on her door as she started leaning in. Says,
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm sorry. How dreadfully embarrassing. Excuse me a moment. She pulls out a handkerchief and starts wiping down her eyes.
she says, hello there, ma'am. I, I don't suppose, is something bothering you?
I just, I can't remember. I can't remember. I pulls the locket out and she opens it up and she just stares at his face. I can't remember him. I know I'm his sweetheart, but I can't remember my own name, and for all of me, I cannot remember who he is. It's just I'm sorry. I shouldn't be I shouldn't be burdening you with this. I am truly I truly apologetic. Was there something I could help you with, or
No, I was just concerned, for you,
okay.
and Corvin would just stuff to the side to let, like, Hollow also look inside the room.
I mean, you're short. Hollowroot could
Uh,
easily just
uh,
lean over and look
yeah.
inside easily enough.
Hollowroot's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
He
Corvin's
towers over you.
he's gonna like look up and see like Hollow looking over. Um, it's no need to apologize, ma'am. I I guess I could say I have the similar problem. Or it's tough to, well, he sort of like hands his head onto, like, sort of hangs his head. He's like, his arms are sort of swishing and around, and he says to her, "You don't remember your name?" She said.
No, I don't know how long I've been on this train, and I remember bits and pieces. I remember I remember him. I can't remember my name. I can't remember his name. What I remember is I'm his, and I'm alone. I'm traveling to the afterlife alone, and I don't want to spend eternity without him. What if I can't? What if he doesn't come to the same place? What if I can't find him? I don't want to be without him.
Orban just sort of like is stuck in a frenzy, and he's gonna muster up the courage, and he's gonna place his hands together like a little munchkin, and he's gonna walk into the room, and he says, I'm deeply sorry, ma'am. If I may say anything at all, perhaps give some comfort to your words. Life tends to find us all in the same place, regardless of what circumstances tends to lead us. Sometimes, when terrible things happen, no matter what hellscape it may be, or grand heaven that may be for on, all things tend to intersect together. I'm sure whoever you believe or who you misremembering or whoever you hold in that locket of yours, they will more undoubtedly more than just find you. They will remind you of how you came here in the first place. That locket of yours, the initials in the back, JB.
Oh yes, yes. There's this. I don't know why I didn't see that. Yes, yes. JP. I think those are his initials.
Well,
Well,
as he says, Silverman says, right now uh, we're looking around the cart. Have you, by any chance, managed to come out of that room of yours and take a gander outside?
I, I've wandered around this cart a bit, and I try not to pry. Occasionally, I've gotten myself a drink of water, but I haven't really left this car. No.
Okay. Well, if you're willing, maybe perhaps some small strange of fate, maybe perhaps you'll find this person that JB on this here train. It may be a long shot,
Ha-
but I guess I'm
have you
hurt
seen
none
him?
to look.
Have you seen him on here? Are you telling me he's on this train?
I'm saying perhaps maybe in a small string of fate. Maybe.
So
If
you're saying I should go looking for him? I should try and see if I can find him.
I think I think as Corvin looks around and looks over at the hollow root here, he thinks to himself, searches himself. If you really want to find him, you have to put in some action.
or, or,
As you cough, your voice gets more scraggly.
or if I believe I have something that might belong to you.
what What do you mean?
You said his initials were JB, and you think of yourself as sweetheart.
Y- Yes, I'm about to become very southern, but yes,
I
I am his sweetheart.
I believe Jacob Ron has written to you, and he
Jacob Braun.
hands a letter.
She stands up. She comes to the door and she takes the letter from you, and it, as you recall, it says from Jacob Braun to my sweetheart. She looks at this. She flips it over. She, with that same sort of sense of feel that you had, Hollow Root. She opens the letter as if knowing that this is for her. As she pulls it out, and you watch as her eyes begin to go back and forth, reading the words on here. As she starts, a smile starts to come on her face. My goodness. The reason why he's not here is because he's already waiting for me. He's already moved on. He's waiting for me. And here I am just sitting here wallowing in my own misery just because I'm alone and he is waiting for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you both so much. She throws her arms around you, Hollow Root, giving you a huge hug. And it's weird because she does feel like she has physical presence, but it is almost cold and clammy. But even as you hug her, there's a warmth that you can feel,
as if it's something is building up inside of her. As she leans down, she wraps her arms around you, Corvin, um, hugging you, crushing you in her grip before she lets go. And she's like, "Right, you're right. It's time for me to move forward. He's waiting for me, and I can't just be sitting here. Oh my goodness, I need to go get myself ready. I can't have looked to him. I can't show up to him looking like this as if I was crying." And she rushes over. She grabs a bag and she starts pushes past you guys. Not really pushes. She passes through you and starts walking down the hallway towards the vestibule at the far end as she departs somewhere else in the train. Though you don't see her resolve, you get the distinct feeling that she is on her way. As once more, holy crap, that's a 6 every single time. Is this locked? Okay, good. That's not locked. Well, anyway, you guys heal another 6, and if you already maxed out, that's another stacking 6 temporary hit points added on top of what you got. As that resolution clicks into place. As that is your 4th spirit set free.
Hollow Root will
All right.
look down to Corvin and kind of with like a knowing glow in his pumpkin head. Maybe that is hope for us.
Maybe. Glad you had that with you. As Corbin will just sort of try to put on a smile and his ears will flicker, and you look behind you, Hollow Root says, "Hey, where'd everybody else go?"
I believe they are rummaging through other
Eureka! I've got it! I'll just explode the sun!
or
As
planning
Grand
world
Duke supervillain is born.
or planning world domination.
Uh, oh, there you are, Grand Duke. Have any plans with the sun?
A show unlike one ever seen before. That's right, Hunch.
You haven't
Yeah.
happened to see the black cat through here?
I lick my beak lips and I say, "Nowhere you'd like to know. Let's say he's deep inside me, close to my heart."
Due south of your heart.
He ate the cat.
You ate the. No. I get behind Hollow Root.
It
I am going to use my silent image, and I'm going to make a ghostly haint version of Corvin walk out of Corvin and down the hallway.
Corvin, you feel this chill run over you as you look behind you and you see yourself in that same greenish bluish coloration, that same spectral coloration. Stop, look at you, wink, and then continue walking down the hallway towards the vestibule.
As that happens, I would also like to use shape water to start to take the water vapors in the air and super cool them to make them very cold as I start to partially freeze some of them.
You
create there is this cold sweat that begins to form on you, Corvin, as you just suddenly have this chill about you.
And then all of a sudden, from behind you, uh, strong roots pick you up to eye level with Hollow Root, and he goes, "What will make you move on?" As he kind of shakes you a little bit.
It's like let me go.
The final hate was inside you, Corvin.
Like no. He starts like trying to like wriggle himself out. Wait, no, no, I'm not. I'm still here.
That's right. You need to move on.
I don't know how.
Seriously,
I don't know.
there's other courages we have to get to. We're still looking for supper.
Maybe dinner will help. Drops you.
He just drops me. He just like falls down. He looks around. It's like, wait a minute. They're making fun of me, aren't you?
You'll see that that blue spectral hint of yourself. The Grand Duke reaches out and says, not yet. And he sort of slams it, and you just see it fly back into you and then vanish. But you don't feel a thing because it's a spirit. And totally no other reason.
It's like sort of like pats himself down, like what?
Oh, good. You are yourself again.
He just like stands up and he starts like looking everywhere. Is that how I lost my shadow? Is that how I didn't even know? What?
You lost your shadow?
Well, I certainly didn't take it. And I'm going to walk away with two shadows.
One of them, oddly smaller than it should be, and appears to have horns.
You just see like Corvin just sort of look at that, and I'm like, wait. He just starts like trying to grab the shadow.
All right. You guys reconvene in the hallway. Tatterbell, was there anything you wanted to do as well?
I'll wait for the dude to stop moving and with purpose, and then I'll come up to him and hold out this very oddly wrapped package.
What is... Ooh, a book.
I don't think there's another book like it. It's unique.
As you open this book, it's titled "The Corridor Speaks." Where were we at? You begin to. Do you begin to read it?
I whisper
I
to
do.
the
I'm going to read it aloud in dread speech.
I whisper,
Ah.
remember our deal, and I hand it over.
You begin to read. The light bends around the wrong corner. We are the corner. We are the bend. We are the wrong. The hum becomes the word. The word becomes the hum. We are the hum. We are the word. We are the hum. The glass hums in the marrow. Red static, red static, red static. Wisdom saving throw, please.
$22.
22. As you are reading this, you feel as if something is trying to reach out from the book, trying to find root in your mind, in your consciousness.
How else does one learn?
Do you continue to read?
Yes.
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
25.
You continue to read through this, and the words have no sense to them, but there's a rhythm here, nonsense, but order, but meaninglessness, but purpose. Do you continue to read?
Absolutely.
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
13.
13. I need you to roll a d100. It's okay. You aren't. I never said you were a cat. Roll me a d3. All right. As you are reading this, you feel something slip inside. You feel something take root. And root, root. You look over your shoulder and you look at Hollow Root. And you don't know what it is. Something about his height, or you never quite notice his shoulders are very broad, and his hands, they have that, though they're covered in dirt, they have the sense of a man who knows how to use his hands, and that face that looks like it was carved with purpose. Um,
Those yellow
you
eyes
fall,
pierce like mine.
you
Truly.
in this moment fall madly in love with Hollowroot.
This is perfect. It's just what the story needed.
As you all look at him, and there are little hearts that pop out in his eyes.
Hollowroot, you will see the entire room go dark except for you and I. And then you hear the sound of a troubadour Spanish guitar start to play.
What is happening, Grand Duke?
What indeed? What indeed? Don't worry. I'll be watching. We'll get through this together.
Okay, then. Shall we go find more haints to set free? Why are you looking at me like that?
You know, you're a scarecrow, and I'm no crow. In fact, I hate when he crows. I think there's something to that logic. Let's go.
You see Solace on his shoulder kind of cock his head back and forth like, what?
Punch is just like,
What's going on here? All right. As you guys make your way towards the vestibule, Grand Duke obviously walking behind Hollowroot for safety reasons. There is no need to roll because there is only one place left for you to go.
Had to find
As the
dimension
door, as the door opens and you find yourselves at last in the dining car. Where is this one? As you step into this place, in stark contrast to the sleeping car, there is noise in here. You hear the clinking of silverware on plates, the sound of glasses and drinks, and the constant sound of whispered conversation. Though you look around and you see no one seated anywhere, you see no plates moving, no forks moving. Yet, nevertheless, you hear these sounds as if they are ever present, as if this was indeed the busiest place on Earth. You see various booths and things all set aside, some of which, who, for the sake of space, I have deposited some of you into. Um, but the dining car is decorated with an eerie elegance, with plush seats in the booths, ornate brass fixtures, wax candles up above casting a dim almost mystical light. The air carries the scent of gourmet food, and every once in a while, you see a faint shimmer in the air as if there are ghosts unseen taking their luxurious time in this space. And Grand Duke, as you sit down and you say this chicken a la Kingsley with a side of roast pork, it immediately appears in front of you. As it fresh, hot, the aroma of the herbs and spices and the scents rising up to you, and a little flag planted in the chicken that says, courtesy of New Dawn. But the dining car, you have at last made it here.
I begin to sup. I eat.
Out of nowhere, a bib has appeared around your neck. You don't know who put it on you, but you're not going to ask too many questions about that. And yeah, the food isn't
Thank
presented
you,
in front of you.
Now, feed me.
Your unseen servant proceeds to start feeding you. And I will also say, from your position at the vestibule, if you look straight down the hallway on this far wall down here, there are what looks like framed portraits, no, posters. And next to and sparse throughout there various news articles and things like that decorating this wall at the far end.
Okay.
Hunch will go and read while I look through Hunch's eyes and allow myself to be treated.
And Hunch goes and sees, and you see through his eyes, you see what appears to be various different posters depicting, it looks like different performances, posters of different performances from all over the place. You see some performances for theaters and plays that you are familiar with, others that you have never heard of, and still others that are look like they're play on words on ones which you are familiar with. And next to them are various articles, interviews with different artists, different reviews, all that sort of thing.
Okay.
And Corvin, as you walk down the hall, you see this handsome figure. Sitting in one of the booths, you see. Get out of here. I don't need you anymore. Sitting in a booth in the dining car, you see a youthful boy in overalls hungrily eating all manners of food that he repeatedly conjures forth. As soon as he eats at an impressive speed, at an insane, probably impossible speed if it were not for the fact that he was already dead. As you're pretty sure he does not stop to breathe. But he continuously keeps eating, and as soon as a dish finishes, he says a few words and another dish appears. He eats long links of sausage, whole turkeys, entire plates stacked high with bacon, some with scrambled eggs. He sees massive ribs appear, and he consumes all of it. Yet, as you look at him, his face appears racked with guilt. You get the strange sense it's almost as if he's trying to eat his feelings.
The laser beams going off in the back. Corvin looks around and he looks at this person who is looking this. Did he look like a child, or was it like a man?
It's a young boy. I'd
Oh
say
boy.
if you had to kind of gauge his age, maybe somewhere between. It's always hard to tell right around when they start getting their growth spurt. It could be anywhere between 9 and 13, maybe 14.
Oh, okay. It's a child. Okay. Corvin will look over, and Corvin, when he looks at the kid, his demeanor will change as he look at the kid, and he will say to him, hey there. Are you gonna breathe, or are you gonna slow
Oh, hey
down?
there. Um, why would I need to slow down? I got all this food I got to go through.
Oh,
You're really short.
well, yes I am.
Are you an imp?
Uh, yeah. Are you a
Don't imps have
ghost?
wings? I'm not a ghost. I'm a boy.
Oh, I could see that. He sort of like slides into the pew.
Oh, you want something?
Unfortunately,
All you got to do is just think about it and it'll appear in front of you. Like if I wanted a big, huge plate of hard boiled eggs and a giant bowl manifests in the center of the plate with like 30 hard boiled eggs on it. Oh, wait. Oh,
how long you've been eating?
I don't know. I don't have a watch. Don't imps
I
have
sort of like
wings?
wings. Actually, wings would be really good right about now. Corbin starts thinking
Yeah,
about
aren't you
wings.
supposed to be able to fly? That's weird. Are you sure you're an imp? What if you're
Uh,
secretly a dwarf with that growth spurt on his head?
He's like, I really wouldn't know. Oh, but I don't have any wings. I don't even know why.
That's weird.
Don't you have like a? I look around. It's like, do you have you just been sitting here by yourself alone?
Yeah. Just swallows the sausage whole.
Just watch yourself. It's like, you want to share some of those, or you're just gonna be eating all by yourself?
You can get your own. This is for me.
Starts thinking about wings.
As you think of wings, an entire plate of imp wings appears before you, deep fried. Um, you you don't know who in their right mind would eat this. You are somewhat horrified at this because you know that these are imp wings.
I was like, never mind.
The plate vanishes.
The plate just vanished. Corvin's just gonna
Yeah, you
still
send it
look at the
back to the
kid.
kitchen. So
I love this ghost train. Hmm.
so what are you in for?
Well, actually, I'm just kind of just walking around looking at the rest. This is like the last cart. Um,
Really? You think this would be the first one you come to? They got great food here. You can literally get anything you want. All you gotta do, and he's like brandishing a sausage link at you as he's saying this. All you gotta do is you just gotta think about it, and it's here. And you're good, and you're golden.
yeah, I guess it is. Oh, then Corvin remembers like, oh, there's a guy I gotta give food to.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, you should be. I haven't really tried to take anything out of the car, but yeah, you should be able to get some food out of the car. Should be totally
uh,
fine.
uh, I know definitely for sure. He was asking for sandwiches and eggs and sausage. Um,
And as you say that, a egg sausage sandwich appears in front of you.
I'll make sure like I'll start thinking about like six of them.
An entire like stack appears, and some variety of sausage as well. A couple different types of eggs.
It's like, oh, okay, this is great. Hey, I can definitely go ahead and see if I can grab a couple. If it ain't big grip.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you. It's easily enough. It's you start thinking I need to take this outside, and suddenly it's in a oh gosh, what's the material? It's in like in a to go container, like a restaurant to go container, and it's like stacked a couple high.
The train invents styrofoam.
It's has this weird like white material that looks like it would be pretty tough, but as you pick it up, it's very very light. You can
It
feel the weight of the
screams every
sandwiches
time you
inside.
touch it.
Oh yeah,
it's like, Oh, this is really cool, really convenient. All right, I'll just see if I can give it to him whenever I get a chance.
Mm-hmm. Give it to who? Are you like in a relationship with somebody? Is that what this is talking about?
Corbin just looks at the kid and he's like, "Oh, would
No. So
someone?"
you're a lonely loser.
Corbin just sort of like, I love this kid. Corbin just like looks at this little kid and he's like, "No." And who
Are you
talks to your child
sure?
like
Is it
that?
because you're short? It's because you're short, isn't it?
She says, "Okay." Corbin just sort of steps out, has like the bag here. She's like, "Well then, I hope you enjoy your meal then." Then he sort of swings out, gets a little annoyed, and like sort of like begins to start takes radiant damage.
Walks back, guys. Let's just kill this one.
Okay,
Corbin,
boy. Bye, short person. Don't worry. You should get a growth spurt eventually. That's what my mom always told me. And then girls might like you. Or boys, no judgment. We don't judge here.
Corbin just sort of thinks it's like, well, that kid there doesn't treat anybody right, and I'll go ahead and I'll just look at the Grand Duke, I look at Holler, look at Tatterbell. Says I'm gonna bring this back to the first few carts for that one guy, and I'll be right back. See if you guys can take care of Shirley Patootie over there.
Punch will accompany you.
For the sake of convenience, because you have a resolution item, you make your way back to the luggage car, and as you arrive, there is this terrible mist is swirling around this guy because he has been waiting for you already for a good bit. There is an almost feral look in his eyes. You get the feeling that if you had waited any longer, you would be coming back to this car and you would have to destroy him. I need you though to go ahead and make a quick persuasion check for me, as you are bringing this in and you're basically trying to pull him back from being fully turned.
Okay. As you will go ahead and he will use and he will persuade. Yeah. And that is 1d4, you said? 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
15. It is easy enough. You are able to bring him down, calm him down, and you were able to give him these sandwiches. These sandwiches, which seem to be almost looks by the sound of it seems to be almost an improvement on what he had originally asked for. As he begins to chow down, ravenously, aggressively devouring these sandwiches, you actually kind of take a couple steps back out of fear that he might try and bite you. But he is satisfied eventually, and as he finishes, he says, "All right, I can't remember what his voice is, but he says he's gonna lay down. And he's gonna take a nap now that he's full. He thinks he can make it to the rest of the trip. He lays down, and you see him fade out of existence, never knowing what crime he did or how many people he killed to get himself thrown in jail in the first place and earn the death penalty. At which point, you make your way back and you return to the dining car.
Corbin like just sort of like when he comes back, he just says, "Okay, guys, I managed to feed the lonely spirit in the other cart. And the kid's still there. He just sort of narrows his eyes.
Oh, hi, short guy. Did you finally get a significant other, or are you still a lonely loser?
Corbin just sort of looks at him.
Tatterbell, your adoring fan, awaits.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over there.
You make your way over.
Oh, hey.
Hello there.
Have I seen you somewhere before?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think my sister had a doll that looked just like you. Um, really scary looking doll. It was called Wet Tina. I don't know why she liked it. It was a really creepy doll. I personally, as soon as I got the opportunity, I threw it out a window.
That's not very nice.
Canterbell says, I remember.
Roll initiative. We go straight to violence.
I mean,
So,
I wasn't gonna do it yet, but I am actually. I was just waiting.
so, can I help you with something? Do you want some food? They got great food here. They can get you anything you want. What do dolls eat? Probably sawdust.
Screams.
Oh, that's a weird thing to eat. So, can't do anything for you? You looking for something? You looking for something? Oh, are you looking for a boyfriend? Because I know another guy who's really short who's looking for something.
Is there a reason you're eating your weight in food instead of dealing with your feelings like a normal person?
What do you mean? I'm eating all this food because I'm hungry.
There's like 80 plates of that are just empty right next to him.
So you're just avoidantly ignoring.
I'm, I'm not ignoring anything.
You have a plate pile longer and taller than Beethoven's symphony.
The dog? I didn't know the dog wrote symphonies. Well, okay, maybe I feel guilty. That's all. But if I eat enough, I'll feel fine. I feel fine when I'm eating food.
No, you won't. You'll just get fat and get diabetes, and it'll be terrible for the stage lighting. The production crew just has to worry about all the extra makeup and the lights and the costumes. The costumes have to. It happened to Tabitha once. Okay, it was a mess.
Well, I don't know if I can. Can I get fat as a ghost? Can I get fat? Can I get fat as a ghost? Do I look fatter?
The weight of your emotions can weigh anything down.
Okay. Well then what should I do then? How do I get rid of the feeling of guilt?
Usually, you deal with it. I mean, some like to talk about it. Some write something. Some sing songs. Write a final book or play, and in response, to deal with it, never having to deal with it straight on.
Hmm. So what if I was feeling guilty because I took something from someone else and then I died before giving it back.
I think it's a coincidence. Happens all the time.
Okay. So how would I deal with it then? Do I just have to write something or paint something and then I don't have to deal with it?
Yeah, you could paint something to paint a picture of it. Sure.
I'm not really good at painting.
You don't have to be good. There's a whole genre of art that's called like expressionism. No one really knows what it means. There's a whole bunch of shapes and colors, and you kind of just look at it and go, "Ah, yes, I see what he was feeling." And then everyone pays like thousands of dollars for it. It's amazing.
So you're
You know,
saying
dogs that make
I
thousands
can
of dollars.
avoid I can avoid confronting my feelings and get rich at the same time.
Well, you have to paint your feelings into the picture, but no one will actually know what it means.
Whew, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that could work. I mean, as long as they don't actually have to apologize for stealing my neighbor's rock, I think I'll be totally fine. I think I could do that. Yeah, I could probably do that.
Was it a rock attached to a doll's face by any chance? Because I found a rock similarly.
Well, I don't know about being attached to a doll's face, but I well, my neighbor's garden back when I was alive, before I got hit by a truck, had these all these little rocks in it that she liked to paint, and I tried doing it once and it didn't really look as good, so I kind of stole this little rock that looked like a toad,
Oh.
and then she died, and then I died, and then it was just I had the rock with me when I came on the train. So it's not like I lost it and I can't get it back.
You
I
didn't
just
lose
don't know
the
where
rock.
it is.
You didn't lose the rock.
I didn't lose the rock? Is it
No.
still. Was the rock inside me all along?
No, technically the rock was inside my pocket this whole time. Look at this, and I pull it out. You know that saying of where it's kind of normal, and it's fine to steal. I like to peruse thrifted and recycle goods, and well, I was recycling this because it was left unattended, and apparently the composer decides that everything must have an ending. So here is your rock.
Oh my goodness, that is the rock I was looking for. Maybe. Maybe if I see her wherever we're going, maybe I can give it back. Maybe I can apologize then. Wow, I feel a lot lighter now. Is this what you were talking? Is this art? Is getting the rock back? Does this constitute as my rock? And I can sell this to make lots of money? Ooh, that feels bad. I can't sell this. Well, I guess I guess I can bring it back, give it back, and let her know. I guess I can face the stone cold truth.
And there's a brief moment as he shifts the rock and it catches some of the light, where there's a brief flash, and he vanishes, along with the rock entirely. And floating down from the ceiling is a receipt for all the food he ordered and hasn't paid for.
Out of all the Heinz on this train, you should have gone with the murderer.
As the daydreamer has moved on. There's the other guy. There's the other guy. We'll get rid of him too.
And that last line, that's what he chose to end it with? That last line?
Funny enough, that is written in the book. That is what he says. That he is ready to face the stone cold truth.
It's not even funny.
Tatterbell, as you are actually located somewhere over here, um, you feel something tug on you, pulling you towards the posters on this far wall here, on the other side of this small room here.
You said there's posters?
Yep. As you look over at this wall here, at the far end here, there are posters on this wall. There are posters of what looks like different performances, different advertisements, and next to a number of them are what looks like newspaper articles, interviews, commentaries, critical reviews. There is one that seems to be pulling your attention.
Hmm.
Do you approach?
Yes, I do.
As you make your way over to this wall, I'm just going to go ahead and move you there. You see a portrayal of a woman trying to push away against a man who has what looks like a half mask covered face. The opera that it is advertising is Spectre of the Playhouse.
Starring a name that tickles in the back of your mind, in your memory, starring Maybelle Rosandra. Next to it, a review. I'm sorry, an interview. Maybelle Rosandra's performance in Spectre the Playhouse is, without a doubt, the crowning jewel of an already majestic and world-renowned career in the arts, cultivation of a lifetime of practice in acting, music, fashion design, self-care, and even as a master of the art of puppeteering. Ever since her breakout role in The Arcane Lute, she has used both her performance and artistic skills to reveal the true heart of the world to all of us, that life is a beautiful and wondrous thing to be a part of. In an interview, Maybelle shared, "It's been a long road for me ever since I started acting back in The Arcane Lute, just barely managing to win my role over a very talented actress. But having finished my part as the leading lady in Spectre of the Playhouse, I honestly feel like that performance was my magnum opus. And should I die tomorrow, I can leave this world fulfilled." Tatterbell, you remember the Arcane Lute. You remember trying out for it. You are that actress that she speaks of, that she beat out, that she won the role over. But your name was not Tatterbell, of course. Your name was Petra. Can you describe for me, tell me, what do you remember of your acting career? What was your acting career like leading up to the Arcane Lute tryout?
Tatterbell steps forward, arms outstretched like a marionette waiting for strings, and begins, minor illusion of spotlight upon herself. Ah, the house was full that night. Every seat a witness, every breath held like a note before the drop. Then came for tragedy. They left with a masterpiece. I wrote the ending myself, of course. A fall from the heavens, and then silence. A wire that was meant to hold, but wires are like promises in the theater. Thin, glittering, and always one cue away from snapping. They thought it was part of the act, but it but oh, how they applauded. It wasn't supposed to be that play. No. My name was stitched into the soul of the Arcane Lute, a role written for me. She took it. They said she was fresh and I was too much. So I gave them too much. I rewrote the finale and I made myself unforgettable. I died in perfect lighting. A spotlight kissed my cheek as I shattered, porcelain and bone scattered like confetti. A finale so divine they couldn't tell the difference between performance and punishment. They buried me in costume, left the mask on. But I wasn't done. You see, some curtains fall like guillotines, but mine was velvet, and it rose again. And she'll curtsy.
You remember what they used to say about you. Once in a lifetime talent. She'll bring a revolution to the arts, they cried. She's far too big for these minor theaters. Her talent would be wasted there. Your chance came, the Arcane Lute. A true, magnificent performance. A performance that would revolutionize the theater, as they said, revolutionize the arts, bring in a new era. And in the end, you were overshadowed by that other woman, by Maybelle. You saw her once, talking with the producer, as she
ran her finger down his wings, as she ran her finger down his jacket, as she signed her name in the book on his desk, as she signed her name on the contract on his desk. And a venomous bile swelled in you, in your gut, in your soul. A voice came to you. Such a joke, isn't it? You're the talent. You're the hard work. And all it took was a few sweet words and Chanel No. 9 lipstick to upstage you. So tragic. It's almost laughable. But if you think about it, there's more than one way to be famous. Maybe she's the heroine. Ooh, heroine sounds lovely right now. But the part of the villain is still open. Unless you enjoy being the fool. Go ahead and take an inspiration. As these memories, these visions flood into you, this recollection. And similar to others, there's that moment where you feel like you remember two things very differently, or the same thing very differently. But no, it's as you remember it. You remember it correctly. As the way things are, the way things should be. And you certainly made an impact on the world. You certainly became infamous.
Who's laughing
And we're
at Maybell?
and as these memories fade and as these moments pass, as the haints are put to rest, you feel like the next and final part of this train has been unlocked, as you recall and remember that the vagrant had asked you, once the haints were taken care of, to come to the tender and check the flame, to check and make sure there's nothing trying to, none of the corruption that train hopper had brought with him has made its way into the actual tender proper. But that is where we're going to stop for tonight. This has been. Let's get off of Will Triumph music here. There we go. This has been the CEN Obituaries, and I want to thank all of you who are watching for having joined us for this. I want to thank my players, John, Rose, Ray, and Nost. And if you like what you saw and you enjoyed it, hit like, hit subscribe, come on out and support us by watching the videos and watching our stream. And until next time, have a good evening and a good night.